This is the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. Kick back and hang with your hosts, Kayode, Lewis, and Joel. Let's mark out.
Woo. Episode 135 coming at you. This is On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. As you can see, it's me, the producer, joined by Joel Stradamus himself. Joel is in the building, and we shout out to Lewis. Lewis will be back. But big things happening tonight. Tonight we had AEW Dynamite. We had a surprise return on AEW. We got the San Antonio Spurs and New York Knicks game one as we speak. I got my Spurs hat on, as you can see. Joel's got, is that Knicks?
Got my
Knicks
blue and orange.
Got the
Stadium
blue and
Stampede.
Stadium.
Double or nothing, baby.
Nice. As we talk here, man. But welcome to the show, man. We wanted to bring y'all another episode of On the Mark Wrestling Podcast, and boom, here we are. We got to talk about some things, Joel. Tonight we had the return, which was rumored. On social media, people were saying there's a chance she's gonna come back. There's she's AEW is expecting her soon, and bam, we get the Mercedes Mone music, and we get Mercedes Mone as the wild card for the women's bracket on the Owen Hart Tournament. She went up against
Alex Windsor,
which a lot of people are saying could have been the winner out of this whole thing. Like, make it a whole London feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, her man wins the world heavy title, and then she wins the women's title. It could have been a thing, but this scrapped all of that, Joe. That is no more.
Yeah. Mercedes came back, and Alex Windsor's back to the tag team division.
Back to the tag team.
Get out of here!
Get out of here! The crowd was hyped for her. Mercedes looked great. Did her thing. Advanced. Bro, what did you think about Mercedes' return? And is this the right time? And with her return, are you calling that she could possibly just take it all?
Ooh. I was very surprised by her return. I hadn't seen any of the social media stuff, so it was a complete surprise to me to see her coming out as the wild card. That was cool. Part of me wonders what the actual plans was for her, since this is obviously because Willow got injured, unfortunately. So I do wonder what they were planning on doing for her, which makes me think that she probably won't win this tournament, because I'm guessing whoever was planned to win this tournament has already been planned for a while. I could see her going all the way to the finals, though. Actually, Joe Stradamus' prediction right here. It will be Mercedes Mone versus Athena in the finals of the Owen Hart Tournament. And I think Athena will finally win and be on the official AEW roster going into All In. I think that's a great story to tell. Athena is the forever ROH champion. She hasn't lost that title. She could go into All In facing a hot Tekla. And I wouldn't mind seeing that match in All In, and that being Athena's big breakout. I'm in AEW. This is my place. I won the AEW World Title at the biggest show. Now I'm the forever AEW Women's Champion. Whatever she wants to go with, that's what I'm gonna go with. That's my Joe Stradamus prediction right there. Athena will win this tournament.
Prediction: Athena will win the tournament
and face Mercedes
Tekla
in the final,
and face Tekla at All In.
Yep, that's what I'm going with. Stamp it.
I like it. We're gonna use this episode.
I mean, the way I see it, everyone has been asking, why isn't Athena on the roster? She's the best women's in the whole company. Some you can argue the best women's wrestler in the company. She's doing these great matches in ROH. Barely anybody's watching ROH. Why not have a big breakout moment for her? She's here. She wins the title at our biggest show, and she's officially stamped as officially an all elite wrestler now, not just ROH.
I'm not mad at it. I think Man, I didn't even think. You know what's sad about this, bro, is that I didn't even think about Athena in any of this in this equation sense.
Man, we saw her at Double or Nothing.
And we saw it Double or Nothing, but I wasn't even like she was off my radar.
Yeah.
Especially tonight when I saw Mercedes Mone come back, I was like, oh, okay. But Mercedes and Athena needs to happen. That needs to happen right. And
I mean, they had a
perfect
match.
time.
I think that was the first match of the Owen Hart last year, and it was a freaking banger on Dynamite. And obviously Mercedes beat Athena, so what better way than Athena getting her revenge, avenging that loss, and beating her in the finals at Forbidden Door? That'd be great.
I'm not mad at that, bro. I like that. Athena and Mercedes. Now, can we get enough? So, can we get, if it's going to be Athena and Tekla and All In, they're going to have to do some real storytelling with us for us to be behind Athena, since Athena the whole time has been, kind of heelish.
Yeah.
And then Tekla's like, queen bee right now. Like she's it. And I just wonder how they're going to get us to be behind Athena. I'm very curious on what that storytelling is going to look like. But I like it. I like it a lot. I'd even go a step further and maybe have Athena beat Tekla and All In. Do some bold booking right there. But I don't know. Maybe, man. Do they have Tekla go over instead because Tekla is the champ? I don't know, man.
I don't know, cause I feel like Tekla has been doing this thing where she kind of just beats her opponents, right? Like it's just like she just gets like the lucky win over them, or she cheats to win.
Yeah.
So I think it would make sense for Athena, who has kind of been a heel this whole time, has been holding on to that Ring of Honor title by any means necessary. Maybe she outsmarts her. You can't outsmart the heel if she's a heel as well, like they both could try to do some heelish tactics at the end, and Athena gets the victory at the end of it, something like that. But I think I think now is now or never for Athena. Like she's in this tournament for a reason. You gotta either shit or get off this pot, Tony Khan. Like you gotta either put her on the roster or just say or tell us what's going on, because we all wonder what the hell is going on. Why is Athena stuck away on Ring of Honor when she's arguably one of the best wrestlers in the world? So So either you got to tell us what's going on. Is there a reason why she's not on the main roster, or just put her on the main roster? Like there's no other option.
Yeah, I think it's time, bro. Tony, I don't know what Tony's doing, bro. Tony, everyone and their mama is screaming for Athena to be on the main roster and do something. But here's the thing, bro. And here's the thing. I'm afraid that if they don't start this Athena push now on the main roster, that people are gonna not care anymore, or they're gonna be like, you had all this time to do this, Tony, and now you're going to put her on now, and when she's kind of not hot or she lost steam, the programs they got her in, no one cares about, like all this stuff. It's now or never, like you said, Joel. Like it's they got to do something. And I love the idea of her and Mercedes going against each other. That would be great. And then Athena getting that big match, that big match that she deserves on a major pay-per-view like All In. So we'll see where this tournament goes, man.
The thing too, like with All In, is since it's the biggest show, it sells itself. It's like WrestleMania, right? So you could kind of experiment a little bit with like the women's match, because people are gonna go be there for the main event. They're gonna be there for whatever the Cope and Christian are gonna do. They're gonna be there for whatever Moxie's gonna do, whatever MJF is doing, whatever Ospreay's doing. So you could experiment a little bit, and you could have Athena go out there. Maybe she won't have the crowd in the beginning of the match, but by the end of the match, she might win over the crowd. Yeah. Like you could definitely play around with it. And I think hopefully that's the purpose of this tournament. Because like I said, I don't think Mercedes was supposed to be in this tournament from the beginning, so I just don't see her winning unless they just completely scrapped everything. Because maybe Willow was supposed to be the winner. I don't know, but I just don't see her winning as someone who's coming because of an injured wrestler, unless they scrapped everything.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see where this tournament goes, man. But also, I gotta shout out. I gotta give some props. Gotta show some love. Number one to MJF and Roosh put on a hell of a match.
What in the opening match?
The opening match of Dynamite. Hell of a match. AEW. I gotta say, MJF continues to prove why he is probably the best wrestler in the business today.
Yeah, I agree.
He continues to give you the argument of why he should be in that conversation. He is putting on great matches. He is appearing on television a lot more than he did on his second reign as champ. He just seems more focused. He seems more into the business, into AEW, the company. He seems more established in his role. Yeah, man. I just kind of a quick tidbit. Like, what do you think of MJF right now, in terms of where he is in his career, and where do you see him possibly going?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's no argument, man. I think he's the number one overall package in wrestling right now.
Yeah,
he has it all. He could talk on the mic. He could wrestle. He could obviously wrestle. Like people think that he can't wrestle because he cheats to win and he does all these like heel tactics, but my guy could put on a banger any day of the week. Like, this guy has proven time and time again that he is one of the best bell-to-bell in-ring wrestlers. And then you give him a microphone and he's the best in the business right now. Yeah. So, and then when you think about him going on like podcasts and doing interviews and on the red carpets, he's doing big time movies. He's on Netflix movies. Honestly, Tony Khan needs to pray to the gods and to the heavens and just thank them every single day that MJF is in this company, because he is their biggest star and they need to hold on to him forever. He needs to be a forever AEW wrestler. Like, I know it's going to be hard. I know he probably wants to do WWE at one point in his career, but at least for these formidable years of MJF, like the next 5-10 years, he needs to be in AEW. Like, and I know people are going to say he needs to go to WWE to be established and be known as an actual one of the greats and all that stuff. But if he just stays in AEW, he could go down as one of the best wrestlers ever and one of the best wrestlers to never go to WWE, which is very, very rare. Like, we have very few names that we can name as one of the greatest on those lists of greatest that haven't been in WWE. Sting was one of them for a long time. But then he ended up going over. AJ Styles was one of them for a long time. Then he ended up going over. So I would say right now, if you really think about it, the only people that are active wrestlers that haven't been in WWE that are considered the greats, I would say Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, and MJF, I guess. Like, and Ospreay and MJF are still really young in their careers, so we still have a lot of time to go before they might end up in WWE. But if he wants to establish this company as a legit competitor, I would say, hey, I'm staying here. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be the number one guy. And Tony Khan has to also agree with it, because obviously when he's the champion, business is up. People are paying attention. And he elevates people. He's not a selfish champion. He's not like the Triple H reign of terror back in the day when he would just destroy people and he would win every feud. MJF does win most of his feuds, but he always comes off as like he just survived it. Or he's like he has to give it all. He has to dig deep into like this bag of tricks in order for him to win. Even today, like that match against Roosh, he did a freaking tombstone pile driver on the outside. And like, what are we doing, man? This is a regular Wednesday. Yeah. I was like, that's the one thing that I'm like, yo, Darby Allin is one. Like, Darby Allin could do all and he could jump back up. He's made out of rubber. MJF, man, we've seen MJF get injured. So I'm like, yo, be careful, bro. Like, you are too important to this company.
I really thought he shredded his knee. Like, he sold that. Yeah, he sold the hell out of that.
Yeah, same here, dude. I was like, "Fuck, did he fuck
Yeah,
up?" Because as soon as he landed that tombstone, he just grabbed his knee. I was like,
yeah,
"Oh no!"
yeah.
Did he just mess up? Like, are we about to have like a CM Punk run where he broke his
Um,
foot like 3 days into being champion? That's what I thought. I was like, "Oh no!" But he was just telling a great story in the ring. Great match. Shout out to Roosh, man. Roosh is one of the best wrestlers in the world as well.
yeah,
I'm really liking the continuation of like Darby's title run, where like everybody wanted a piece of it. Now it's just continued into MJF, and you could
yep,
just tell that something clicked behind the scenes with the booking, where it's like, yes, the world title should be the most important thing on the show at all times.
1000%.
Everyone should want the world title. It makes
Mm-hmm.
sense, even if you're not world title material, you should want the world title. That is the whole point of this show. This whole show is fake.
Yeah,
Like wrestling, we need to realize this as
it's a
fans,
work.
as consumers, as writers, as bookers. We need to all realize this, and it could be as simple as there's one prize, one big prize, and everyone wants it. Even the current champ, even the TNT champion wants it because it's not that one. I want that one. I want the
Mm-hmm.
big gold one because that means I get paid more. That means I get more time on the show. I get to go do the interviews. It's so simple, and sometimes we overcomplicate it as fans. We overcomplicate it as bookers, and
Yep.
we make it about everything else when it could be the simplest thing as everyone just wants that title. And it
Yeah.
makes for great TV. We saw it with Darby Allin. It literally like 5 weeks of great TV because everybody just wanted a shot at the title, and he was willing to do it. So I do like that MJF seems like he's going to be more of a fighting champion this time around. I want to see where they go with this whole Mark Briscoe situation
Mm-hmm.
and Andrade's hanging
Andrade,
around.
Yeah.
Now we see another big development from tonight's show. Kevin Knight is part of the Don Callis family.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that as well.
I don't love that, but
I want to touch on that too.
yeah, man. Now that we got onto it, I don't love it. I don't unless they're gonna do a ton with Kevin Knight and Don Callis and kind of develop that relationship where they're on camera a lot and you can it's developing in front of your eyes. Maybe, but there's like 50. I guess that's the gimmick, is that there's like 30 guys part of the Don Callis family. I guess that's what the gimmick is that it's like that. But for a guy like Kevin Knight, I think maybe he could use them because maybe he needs that Heyman-esque kind of talker, the guy that could kind of put over certain parts of a match. Like, I don't know. What's your thoughts, Joe?
I'm not like completely mad at it, but I'm also like, it's a little lazy. Like, it's a little lazy because it seems like there's only one type of heel turn in AEW. It's like everyone just aligns themselves with Don Callis, like
exactly.
And it's like a little bit like, I feel like this is the same thing I'm feeling with WWE, where it's like I'm getting Paul Heyman fatigue, where like every heel just has to be aligned with Paul Heyman in order to do the big heel turn. Like we saw it with Roman, we saw it with Seth, we saw it with Punk back in the day. Like everybody always does that's like the one big major heel turn, which I get it because Paul Heyman has built that type of characters that automatically we just need to see them one time with him. And it's like, holy shit. Like when Roman Reigns first turned into the tribal chief and we saw him just sitting in that room with Paul Heyman, it was like the biggest story in wrestling in like 10 years, like just because it's Paul Heyman. So I do understand that, but it's also like, it comes across as lazy to me because it's like, we should let Kevin Knight like just do his thing for a little bit. And then maybe in like the next pay-per-view, that's like the big angle where he's like, oh shit, all of a sudden he's aligned with Don Callis. Like it felt like very lazy and rushed, but I do want to see where it goes. I'm going to let it play out. I think it seems to me like the story that Don Callis, since the beginning of the Don Callis family, has been he loves someone very much, and then he turns his back on them. It was Kenny Omega, he did it with Takeshita. He did it with Kyle Fletcher. So maybe Kevin Knight will be Kyle Fletcher. Because Kyle Fletcher, I feel like, is at that verge of like, he's going to start getting cheered. He's such a good wrestler. People want to cheer him. So I could see maybe within the next year, Kyle Fletcher leaning more babyface, and that's when Kevin Knight now takes over as like the new pet project of Don Callis or whatever. So I could see that happening, but I'm just like, I don't know. Like I kind of wish they would have let Kevin Knight just cook a little bit for a couple of weeks. I feel like he had something on his own. And if we would have just let him cook a little bit, maybe we would have gotten there. But maybe they're just not confident in his promo skills yet. He is really young.
Yeah, the promo skills are a little lacking. And maybe that's why they did what they put Don with him. Maybe they thought Don could give him a little, a little push, a little rub, and then maybe he could learn a little bit from some of the guys that are in the Callis family with some promos, how to be this dastardly heel, and maybe it's sort of development also that they're kind of using this for.
True.
But I don't hate it. I agree with you, Joe, that it is a little lazy, but we'll see where it leads, man. But I'm still high on Kevin Knight. I like the heel turn. It fits his persona a lot more.
Yeah. I do like his new finisher too. It's like a rock bottom, but like he pulls them in like a ripcord rock bottom almost. It's pretty sick. Yes.
It's really good.
And it fits him as well. He has. I know it's like blasphemous to say, but he does have a little bit of like rock confidence to him that I feel like he needs to untap. Like I could see him being that type of heel where he's just because he seems a little quick witted. He seems like he could, he's obviously a smooth talking guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he could, if maybe he needs that confidence, maybe that's what Don Callis is there for, and then we could see like a little bit of like a Rock-esque type heel character.
Yeah, he needs to find levels to his promos. He needs to use his voice to. He needs to fluctuate the voice to emote the emotions that he's trying to do. Right now, he's giving me Dom Mysterio, where it's just kind of one note. But Kevin's cooler in some aspects, but it's just this one level, one note type of sounding promo. He's gonna have to find some levels to it, but we'll see where that leads, man. We'll see where that goes. Man, I haven't watched it yet. But the Mask versus Mask, El Grande Americano.
What are you doing, man? You gotta go watch that joint.
I am so behind, bro. I'm hearing legendary things about it. I haven't watched the match, but I'm hearing great things about it. But Joel, you had the opportunity to watch the match. Yo, what was the match like? And where would you grade this or put this? And is this a contender for match of the year? Could it be?
I think it'll be in conversations for sure. I still think that personally, Takeshita versus Okada at Double or Nothing is my match of the year, and I'm a little biased since we all were in attendance for that.
Right.
But it was a great match, and I think that's more my style of match. But for this Grande Americano match, it was very, very, very good. Like, it was no notes. They crushed it. The angle is great. The story of the match was great. And then you have two really good workers in there. Like, we all know is, spoiler alert, we all know is Chad Gable and Ludwig Kaiser. so, and these guys are both really good workers. Like, they've always been really good workers. So obviously they're going to know how to put on a good match. And Ludwig Kaiser,
Bro,
he was born for this role, and it's crazy.
My God, man.
It's crazy to say that a German man was born to play this Mexican luchador legend, but it's the truth. Like, he was born for this role. He knows the language. He knows the culture. He sings the songs that the crowd knows. Like, he is not playing games when it comes to being a Mexican luchador. Like,
it's amazing.
It's like Daniel Day-Lewis doing like he is
playing Abe Lincoln or something, or like There Will Be Blood.
Like, I think he probably speaks Spanish at home. Like, he's fully in character. Like, we know he has a Spanish girlfriend now. I think he's doing it all, man. Like, AAA knows how to, the Mexican crowds, I should say, Mexican crowds in general, because CMLL as well as AAA, they just know how to play their role so much better than American crowds. Like, American crowds might cheer the heel because the heel is cool. That's not really that much of a thing in lucha libre. Like, for the most time, they know, I'm going to cheer the face, I'm going to boo the heel. You might get every now and then a heel that's so cool that they're going to cheer.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like, they just like, no, this guy's dastardly. He's a bastard. I'm not cheering for him. I'm going to boo the crap out of him. And the cool thing about Lucha Libre is that they really, and I think this is a product of it being affordable to go to shows still in Mexico. And I hope that stays that way. I hope WWE and TKO don't start putting their paws on everything and start making it expensive to go to these shows. Because the cool thing about these shows is that you'll see like grandmas front row, you'll see little kids front row, and they're so into it. They want to like punch Chad Gable in the face because he's the fake El Grande or whatever. And it's just like, they take this so serious over there. So like that adds to the match. The atmosphere of the crowd was insane. They did the run-ins like WrestleMania 40. Like they had the freaking the Americanos and the Creed brothers and all of them do their spots and run-ins, and it was just a really good match. And then at the end, like the after the match angle was really cool as well. I don't want to say too much because I want you to watch it, Kayode.
Yeah, I gotta watch.
But like
this.
just after the match, so like in tradition in Lucha Libre, once you get your mask removed, you have to like tell the crowd who you are, where you come from, and all this stuff. And they did that. And it basically made, in a weird way, it made Chad Gable a face again, because it was like this whole time he was doing this because he wanted to learn the dark arts of Lucha Libre or whatever. But then like at the end of it, like he showed like, hey, I was just trying to learn something. I didn't want to like mess up your culture or nothing. Like I didn't try to do that. And and the crowd cheered for him. The crowd was like, yeah, like hell yeah. And he even said it, he was like, this isn't the last time you'll see me in AAA, and he walks away. And it was just like a great bow on the top of the story. The story's been told for a lot of months now. It's crazy because the difference between the American crowds when they're on Raw, like they're quiet, bro. Nobody cares.
No one cares. Yeah.
But then in Mexico, these guys are legends, man. They got murals. They got murals. They have straight
which is
murals
crazy,
in Mexico.
bro. Like I
don't understand the disconnect. It's crazy.
I saw a clip of Ludwig or a Grande Americano in the crowd, and just it was so it's kind of surreal because, like you said, he's not a luchador, like he's not of Mexican descent, like but to be loved like he's like the second coming of like Rey Mysterio is wild though.
Yeah.
But it's so amazing because that tells you the power of storytelling and the power of great character work when you do something that really gets the people involved and invested. And they can do it. It can be done. And they proved it with that story. Just with that ridiculous story. Who's the right American? Who is the real Americano?
It's crazy too.
It just worked.
Like, it's crazy too because you know that WWE realized that they struck gold because they put the match at the end of Raw this week.
Yeah,
like they never do that, and it's so funny to me though because it's like you could tell that's how bad the product is.
Yes,
that they're like, we did something good that everyone universally loves.
Now you gotta watch it.
To talk about this as much as possible.
And Joel, did you catch that during the program, multiple times throughout the program, Michael Cole kept referring to like, this is what pro wrestling is. Like all of a sudden they're pro wrestling, like,
which is funny too because like a week ago when the Americanos were on Raw, Michael Cole was shitting all over the angles. He was talking bad shit about it. He was like, oh yeah, I don't get this, I don't understand. Like, and that's what I hate that about Michael Cole sometimes. Actually, that's my hater club this week.
Oh, that's right.
Michael Cole is my hater club this week.
Man,
Michael Cole makes the product worse in my opinion. He absolutely makes the product worse. I think it's Michael Cole.
Oh man,
hater club. He's getting the bottle service. He's getting VIP. He's getting put behind the velvet rope. He's getting a red velvet rope picture. He's getting what's that thing where they have all the logos in the background? You can take a picture. He's getting that thing.
Oh, he's getting the step and repeat joint.
Step and repeat. He's getting a step and repeat. He's getting everything. I realized this. I think maybe I was watching Clash in Italy, and I realized, the reason I don't like WWE matches as much is because of Michael Cole. Michael Cole doesn't know how to call matches anymore. He just says, "Oh, a kick. Oh, what a kick. Oh, a kick to the gut. Oh, a kick." I'm like, dude, call the moves. There's moves. You know what I love about wrestling, and what I loved about wrestling as a kid is learning all the names of the moves and getting a video game and realizing that there's a difference between a thrust kick and a super kick and a tiger feint kick and a and a mule kick and all these things. And it's like, yo, I used to learn all this stuff. And Corey Graves, actually, shout out to Corey Graves, he does a really good job at actually calling the moves. Yeah. But when it's Michael Cole doing the play-by-play, oh my God, I can't stand it, dude. Because it's just like, I try to think about it, because play-by-play in sports is usually like for someone who's not actually being able to visually watch. That's how I think of it, right? Like you, back in the day, you listen to a baseball game on the radio and they do a good job of explaining what's happening. Yeah. So then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yo, Michael Cole is not doing a good job. If I'm not looking at the TV, I have no idea. Oh, what a kick. A kick. I'm like, a kick to where? What type of kick? Tell me something, bro.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Michael Cole has his
he sounds
hits or
bored.
misses.
He's half the time he sounds bored. He sounds like he's not into the show.
It's the same thing over and over and over. Like there's nothing exciting about it. He just sounds good on the mic. He but some of the things he says is corny. He's corny. And I hate, speaking of Michael Cole, we're giving him the haters club of the week. I'm just going to continue hating on Michael. Michael Cole is the biggest dweeb sometimes. When he was doing the whole like the dap up with Jey Uso, he looked like so uncomfortable. He didn't look like he looked like he's never dapped up a guy before. He's like this. He's doing it like to a beat. Like he's counting in his head. One hit, 2 hit, 3 hit. Like he's just dweeb sometimes. He's a legendary voice for pro wrestling, yes.
Legend. Absolute legend.
But he has his quirks that don't work with cool stuff. Like he doesn't sound cool when he says certain things, and he kills things to a pulp. He beats things to a pulp where it's not cool anymore.
Yeah. And one other thing that another thing that I just hate about what he does nowadays is that he talks shit to the heels.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you can't do that. Like, especially like it wasn't that long ago that Gunther choked him out.
Yeah.
So like, I want someone to just beat him up. Like, I think it was this week on Raw, Ethan Page was on commentary and he was just like talking smack. And I'm like, yo, like that doesn't make Ethan Page look cool. Like, why is he getting shitted on by the commentator? The commentator should be scared of him. Yeah. I don't know if this is like an old man wrestling take, because this is the type of wrestling I grew up on, where the commentators were scared of the wrestlers. Like
yeah.
Especially someone who's never wrestled. If you were a wrestler like Corey Graves or like Taz, and you could stand up for yourself, that makes sense. But Michael Cole, you have not wrestled for real ever in your career.
No.
You've had matches that were terrible, but you were never an actual wrestler. So you should be scared of the wrestlers. I feel like he's been there so long that he has like a weird authority, like a backstage authority, but then it kind of comes off on screen.
Yes.
It's like, obviously all the wrestlers backstage respect Michael Cole. He is a legend. He's been there forever. He's probably one of the top people in the company, like when you really think about it, like position wise. So it makes sense that he does have authority over people, but I don't want to know that on screen. It's weird. Like, no, you should. The only heel he should be able to talk shit to is Dirty Dom. Everybody else should be like, no, you're not doing this. You're not allowed to talk shit to me. Like, I don't care. Like, imagine if he was talking shit to like The Rock back in the day. Like, no, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't work. That's the whole point.
I agree.
He needs to look like a dweeb. He tries to look cool, like try to outcool the wrestlers sometimes. It's like, no, dude, you're supposed to be a dweeb.
Yes, that's my thing. He tries to outcool the wrestlers, or he tries to show he's just as cool, and it doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me, because we all know Michael Cole is not that guy. It's just, I don't know. It just doesn't work.
I gotta bring back the hater name now.
Yeah, now you gotta bring it back.
That shit made my blood boil, bro. The veins started popping out my neck.
You were not happy, bro.
I didn't know I had that much smoke for Michael Cole.
Yeah, man, you got some smoke for Michael Cole, man.
He's the new Cody.
He's a new Cody.
I was hating on Cody for a long time. Now Michael Cole's my dude.
Listen, Michael Cole can get it, man. I'm sorry. We love him, but sometimes he's got to sit back and just chill out. Joel, we got to get to. We had an acknowledgement ceremony on Monday. Your boy Jacob Fatu finally acknowledges Roman Reigns as his tribal chief. And this looks like we are getting a Bloodline part 2. the characters are all a little different. You got Roman, the grizzled vet champ who still dominates, still wants to keep power, hold power. The difference is, I don't think he, at least what I'm getting from his character right now, I don't think he wants to hold his family back. I think he wants to see everyone dominate now. With the addition of Jacob is like that insurance policy in the back of his, he's got a little insurance policy just in case someone gets out of hand. He's got Jacob. But when it comes to Jimmy and Jay, they're more established. They're not this. They're no lapdogs. It seems Jay's a little unhinged. He's pacing around the ring a little more. Seems like he's gonna just blow up at any second. But it looks like they're running this back, but a little different. I'm intrigued because this could be great for Jacob. This could be great for Jacob in terms of becoming a massive babyface at the end of this. And this looks good for all the other ones. Like Jay, I don't want to see Jay back in no title picture ever again. I don't want to see Jay touch a championship belt. I don't want to see Jay do nothing like that. Keep Jay somewhere along like tournament wins, maybe the IC, but that's it. I don't want to see Jay in main event in anything. And Jimmy, Jimmy's kind of just Jimmy. Like he's the better talker of the two brothers. But Jimmy's just kind of there. I don't know. But I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do with this. This bloodline to me seems like it's all for the come up of Jacob. Like I think this is going to be Jacob's story. Yeah. What's your thoughts about this, man, so far? Nothing crazy has happened so far. It's only been 1 week. Any thoughts about seeing this new bloodline right now?
Man, you say it's a bloodline 2, but I feel like it's bloodline like 4, 5. And I don't know if that's just me being like fatigued by the bloodline, but I just feel like we've seen this before. It feels like they're rehashing the Jey Uso story, the right hand man, but now it's Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu's gonna break out eventually, and the crowd's gonna go crazy, eat it up. It works, so I understand them going back to it, but it does feel just like the AEW thing with Don Callis. I feel like this feels very lazy to go back to the bloodline stuff. But then I think about it, and it's like, what else do you do with Roman? I feel like Roman is in a weird position now, where like he kind of always needs to be tied to his family just because that is his character. His character is the tribal chief.
Yeah.
But like, I do really wish, and I thought we were going to get that with this title reign. I thought we were going to get Roman versus a fresh crop of opponents. And maybe we'll still get that. Maybe now that Jacob Fatu is on his side, we could see him face off against, it seems like they're building up LA Knight a little bit. Who else? Maybe Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker just lost to Seth Rollins, but
yeah,
like we need to see him face some new, fresh matchups. Like I feel like I can't see him just being surrounded by his family again. Like, yeah. And then I don't know, man. Like you said, I'm willing to let it play out. I think it's gonna be good for Jacob at the end of the day, but I do feel like part of me just wishes they would just be like, fuck it, let's give Jacob the title, and they would have just done it at Clash of Italy. And just because, I get that you're trying to build a bigger babyface, but he's already a pretty big babyface, and it's like you give him that win, and that could be his big moment. That could be his story. Why do we have to drag? I feel like the Triple H booking is known for dragging shit out now. I feel like we're not gonna get a payoff until WrestleMania for this, probably, which is crazy, but it probably is the truth. Like Jacob Fatu will probably face Roman at WrestleMania next year, and that's gonna be the payoff. And it's like, man, and then even the perfect example, Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, that story should have been told at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
And now they just had a match on Raw, and it was a good match.
Good match, yeah.
And it was, I think that's the end of the feud. But it felt like it was not as hot as it was once at one point, because they had so much time in between. I know they had injuries that messed things up, but they were both healthy at WrestleMania. So I don't know why they didn't just do that match at WrestleMania. It would have made WrestleMania better, because WrestleMania needed
Yeah.
I mean, Seth Rollins and Gunther had a good match, but that would have been a hot angle going into WrestleMania.
Exactly.
So like, I don't know why they just. I feel like they drag things out for no reason. Like, and the payoff is not worth it sometimes.
Right.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I am excited to see the new dynamic, Jacob Fatu. I do like that he kind of like bitched out Jey Uso right away
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I lost to you. I didn't lose to him.
Yeah. I didn't lose to this guy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
do, and I gotta admit, I'm as a known Jey Uso hater, I do like his new character where he's kind of like the little like sidekick to the bully that is Roman Reigns. Like,
Yeah.
get him, Roman. You know, like you can just tell that he's like he's just like looking to make sure that Roman's gonna save him at all times. Like,
Right.
This guy's crazy. Make sure you stop Jacob Fatu. You know,
Yeah,
he's crazy.
yeah. That's what it seems like. Yeah.
Yeah, like you could tell that he's like a little scared of Jacob, but he's like,
Mhm.
he's on our side at least now. So that should be a cool dynamic. And I know they're teasing like some solo MFT stuff as well. So I do think we're gonna get a huge like bloodline type of thing again. But I do feel like at the same time, we've done this a couple times. So like they
Right.
really need to knock it out the park so it doesn't just get that same reactions of like, all right, we saw this already. We can't do another bloodline civil war. We can't do like at a certain point it's like, all right, we get it. You guys are a cool family. like what other stories can we tell? Like
Yeah. I agree. I'm going to stay cautiously optimistic about this. But I do like but here's the thing. I do agree with you. I wanted to see Roman in some new fresh matches. We may get Roman and Oba. That's like a dream match or some match that they want to, people want to see before Roman goes away for another 7 months or 6 months or whatever. We want to see those type of matches. And I don't know. I hope we do. But I'm also and you're right. They might do a thing where, like you said, with Triple H's booking, we may not get a payoff until Mania from all this. I hope that's not the case.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm intrigued to see what happens because there's a lot of little things going on here. There's facial expressions in the back, like there's you got Jacob side eyeing a little bit. You got Roman kind of looking over his shoulder, kind of looking like, okay, is this guy going to really fall in line? You got Jimmy and Jay kind of just being cool about the whole thing right now, but ready to strike if Roman gives them orders. Like, there's just a lot of things going on. And I kind of like that type of storytelling, but I don't like what you said is that we ain't getting something till like this isn't gonna get to the third act for a very long time. So I don't know.
I mean, like if they're trying to replicate what happened with Jey Uso, then I understand it because the crowd reactions that Jey Uso was getting when he was like just getting out of the bloodline or like just teasing that he wasn't listening to Roman as much anymore and things like that. Like those were some of the biggest crowd reactions that Jey Uso has gotten even to this day. Mm-hmm. Like I remember I was at a SmackDown where he had just left the bloodline and he got like the biggest reaction of the night. Like he was super over during that time period. So if they're trying to recreate that for Jacob Fatu, I understand why, because you could make him your next big baby face. But at the same time, I don't see why you couldn't have done that just with the way that things were going already, because he was already pretty over. You put the title on him at Clash of Italy. He's your biggest babyface, like right away. Like, and I get it. You want to wait for the crowning moment, but like sometimes you just gotta strike while the iron's hot. Because we've seen things in wrestling before where we think someone's super hot, and let's keep it going, and then it fizzles out. So we got to make sure that, and especially with the type of character Jacob Fatu now has to portray, he now has to be the neutered dog that has to listen to Roman. And I think Michael Cole even said that when he beat him, he was like, "Oh, Jacob Fatu has now been neutered," and you don't want to say that about your hot baby face,
right? Right.
Like that is a weird thing to say. So like now we're dealing with if I'm a fan, like a casual fan, and I'm like, "Oh, I thought this guy was gonna be the next big thing." No, well, Roman beat him. And that's an easy way to just fizzle someone out and make their flame not as hot as it was before. So they have a thin line to book. And I don't envy the booking of the bloodline situation because I feel like it's so weird now. Like, because
Yeah.
I think fans have become so weird about the Bloodline. Like Roman fans are like very weird
Yeah.
about like Roman needs to win everything and Roman can't ever lose and Roman needs to hold the title for 2,000 days next time. I don't envy that because it's very hard to please everybody
Yep.
when you have a fan base like that. So they have a tough thin line to balance here, but hopefully at the end of the day, Jacob Fatu is a bigger star than he is now, for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm hoping so. And I'm hoping that neutered line was sort of a way for people to feel sympathetic for Jacob and to feel like, okay, well, we are going to set up Jacob becoming a massive baby face by telling you he's neutered, but he's a stand-up guy. He lost fair and square. He's holding up his end of the bargain. He did it in front of his kids and want to show his kids that this is what you do if you hold yourself accountable and make a promise. This is what you do. And this is how you hold it down. Like I'm feeling like there's little things they're throwing at us to make us believe and get us there slowly with this Jacob turn in terms of making him the face. So I'm intrigued. I love the Bloodline, the first iteration of the Bloodline. Everything else after that was cool. I'm thinking this might have some great moments, possibly, if it's done right. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, one thing they haven't done, now that I think about it, like, because they've done this story like 3 times when you really think about it. It was Sami Zayn getting out of the bloodline, realizing that he shouldn't be under. They did it with Jey Uso. They did it with Solo, kind of, too. So, but the one thing was Roman beat all of them at the end of the day. So, the one way to make sure this works is Jacob Fatu has to beat Roman at the end of this. At the end of whatever this is, and when Jacob gets his balls back, or whatever the hell you want to say, whatever the Cole, I know Michael Cole's gonna say something dumb like that.
He's got his balls back. Yeah. That's what Michael said. The whole show.
He's unneutered.
Yeah.
But whenever that happens, and Jacob Fatu stands up and stops taking orders, he needs to beat Roman and get the title. Like, that is how you build him. You can't have Roman beat him at the end of this feud, because that's how Jey Uso was hot for a long time, but he fizzled out. Sami Zayn should have been the one, and that Montreal crowd, and they wanted it, and they said, nah, we're gonna give it to Cody 2 years from now. So if this is the story they're telling, I think Jacob Fatu has to beat Roman and maybe even become the new tribal chief, something like that. Because at a certain point, you're gonna use all your mileage when it comes to Roman as tribal chief.
Yes.
Like, we're gonna get bored of it. So like, we need some type of like Roman not being in control, which might be the story they're telling, because he has been. And so, like, he's been even telling, like, Adam Pearce, like, what to do nowadays.
Yeah.
And he's controlling even Adam Pearce. So maybe they're telling, like, oh, look how he is when he's in control. And then let's see the opposite when he has no control, when he's at the bottom of the barrel. Maybe that'll be the end of this story, which I would be down for that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see. Man, we'll see what happens.
Shout out to the Knicks.
Yeah, shout out to the Knicks, man.
Let's go.
Game one.
That was crazy. They came back and won after being down.
Came back and won. Ain't that some man?
Won by 10.
My Spurs is tired, man. They're coming off a 7-game series with the world champs. Damn, I don't know. And they're also mad young. We'll come back.
You guys, we'll come back. Is gonna rule the league for the next 10 years.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. But yeah, Joel. Anything else, man, that you want to touch upon before we end the show here, man?
Go watch that Grande Americano match. Even if you're not a wrestling or this is actually a really good match to show non-wrestling fans. I would say that this is a really good match to show your wives, show your girlfriends, show your friends that don't watch wrestling anymore, lapsed fans, all of that, because even if you're not following the story, they tell the story within the match. So like you'll understand all the beats, and it's kind of that feeling of like, this is what wrestling is, like in this purest form, almost like WrestleMania 40, how we all had that feeling of like, yo, this is why we love wrestling, like these crazy stories, the run-ins and all this craziness, and everything that just like culminates into a perfect bow at the end. That's what that story is. So yeah, I would definitely say for our listeners who haven't watched it yet, go watch it. You don't need to understand the full storyline. You'll get it as you watch it. And it's free on YouTube. It's on WWE's official YouTube page. Yeah. So there's no excuse. Watch it.
All right, man. I'm gonna definitely watch it. I heard great things about it. But listen, y'all, thank you for joining us for episode 135 of On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. I'm your boy, the producer, joined by Joe Stradamus himself. Keep it locked in, y'all. Until next time. Peace.
You have just listened to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast, a Scriptly adapted production. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube at On the Mark Wrestling. And email us on onthemarkpodcast@gmail.com.